Nina, what are you doing?
Geez, you nearly gave me a heart attack. I was, never mind. I heard that today we're doing 3D art, and I thought I'll impress you with this.
With the clay figure?
Well, why not?
Well, today, since you had such a fright, I'll welcome all our art and design learners and all lovers of art. And yes, today we will take a look into three-dimensional studies, or in short, 3D studies. But first, we need to introduce ourselves. I am Stuart, an expert in the 3D dimensional art, and your presenter for today is Nina from NIED.
Good day and welcome everyone. I'm so looking forward to today's lesson. Stuart, I hear you have more than 12 years experience in 3D artwork.
Yes, I just happen to have a lot of experience. I also enjoy making 3D artwork myself.
But before we continue to look into our learning objectives, maybe you can explain to us what is meant with 3D studies.
Yes, that is a good starting point. 3D studies involves producing pieces of art with which has got length, width and height, just like your clay figurette.
Well, it's broken now.
On AS level, we have got three types of media with which we can work. First, we've got sculpture, which can be made from wood, plaster, stone, clay or wax. You can see this lovely sculpture indicating slavery from Africa by Alensky Nilankolov. Next, we've got ceramics, where we have got processes such as slab, coil, wool throwing, slip casting, slumping, decorating and firing. See these lovely ceramic pots from Botswana. Beautiful, are they not? Last but not least, we've got installation. Installation is new in the AS syllabus, and this includes abstract and realistic construction, made of anything you can lay your hands on, as long as the construction occupies meaningful space. These environmental art constructions by Simon Peck were created to make people aware of the impact of erosion. It is made of beech wood and reeds. You can also look at this spectacular installation of Crystal Wagner, installed in the Virginia Museum of Contemporary Art. It is made of torn plastic, birthday party, tablecloths stuffed into the opening of chicken wire mesh.
So for today we have two learning objectives for this lesson, namely to understand form, space, mass, proportion, surface and materials to produce a three-dimensional artwork. Also to understand how to produce ceramic work. And lastly, understand how to use form, space and proportion, surface material and location for installation work. So before we continue into the exciting world of 3D studies, I want to remind the viewers that just like all other art and design studies, installation also needs a lot of research, the study of artists, planning and experimenting with different types of media before you can even think of starting on the final product.
And remember to track everything in your portfolio, which needs to be submitted with your final artwork for assessment. Especially if you decide to do 3D studies, you will need to photograph every step as proof of your work as often as the sculpture. Ceramic or installations are too fragile or too big to be transported to assessment venues.
So Stuart, what will we be creating today?
Well, I would love to illustrate on how to make a flower pot. So here today I've brought three different rings, two different sets of arms.
Yes.
The arms that will stand to hold our flower pot in position.
Yes.
And the two other arms that will hold our base in position
Okay.
as we
Yeah.
make our flower pot.
Yeah, because you want this to be sturdy, not to fall over at
Yes.
the first wind blowing.
Exactly. Just like we have learned that we've got proportion also in our 3Ds.
Yes.
So proportion also is somehow included.
Yes.
So, like I've said, we've got 3 different rings.
Mm-hmm.
I normally use the big ring as my base.
Okay.
Yes, to hold 3 of the arms
Yes.
that are going to stand as the feet
Yeah.
for my flower pot.
Yes.
Okay, so after that, I've got these 3. Can I call them legs?
Yes.
That I weld in, because like I told you, I use a welding machine.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I weld these ones in, and I flip them off upside down like this.
Yes.
Then you see already I've got my base
Yes. Oh, yeah. Now I can see it's starting to form a
to
picture.
take
Yes.
shape. Yes.
Yeah.
Now it's about designing. Now I've
Wow.
got 3 arms that I've painted together already. So I'm going to illustrate by showing how they will stand on the flower pot.
Okay. So let me try this. Just make it stand like that.
Yes. Because like I've said, I'm welding. I'll weld these ones on.
Yes.
Yes.
And it's important that these are all equal length.
Yes, they're
Otherwise, it
equidistant.
might tip over.
Yes, that's very true. So now next we take the second biggest circle.
This one.
Yes, that one
Mhm.
is the one that we put on top.
Okay. So this comes
That
up
one
here.
is supposed to
Yeah.
be holding our flower pot.
Yes.
Because like we said, it's gonna be a flower pot, flower stand.
Yeah.
So this is where our flower is going to sit in.
All right. Yes.
Okay. Then we've got our last ring.
All right.
The last.
So we have
the
to
sp-
imagine that big one is on top.
Yes, the second biggest.
Yeah.
Okay. Now this one will be the base where our flower pot will be sitting on.
All right.
Yes. Supported by these 3 other ions there inside.
Okay, let me put this one down, and then I will make the picture here. So this is more or less what it's going to look like.
Exactly. It will be like that.
Yes.
Then one of these arms will be there, the 3 of them, to hold the circles together.
Okay, so I can try and manipulate this. So this, we're building a puzzle here.
Yeah. Like that.
Yeah.
It's almost like that.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. So Stuart,
Mm.
what inspired you to start doing 3-dimensional artwork?
I love construction, and it's an inborn thing.
Yes.
My mother is also an artist,
Mm-hmm.
so I believe this runs in the family.
Ah, so you have not been an expert for 12 years. You've been an expert for life.
Probably you can say so.
Oh, wow, that's wonderful.
Okay.
So do you have a finished product that we can view?
Yeah, so after we have constructed everything, we have put everything together, we will end up with something like this. Our beautiful flower pot. And here we've got an illustration of a flower pot already that we have.
Sure. Look at that. Amazing.
Isn't it?
And you need some leftover metal
Yes.
and a welding machine
Uh-huh.
and guts, because I don't know how to weld.
That can be taught. You can learn on that.
Yes, you can learn that.
Mhm.
And then you can make this lovely stand for yourself.
Yes, very
Yes,
true.
and for the learners
Mm-hmm.
to make a 3D stand
Yeah.
similar to this, something similar to this, they can send it in for this assessment. Yes.
Mm.
Yeah, this is lovely. What do you use to do these twirls that you make here?
Yeah, like I've said, unfortunately I couldn't come around with all my workshop,
Mm-hmm.
but at my workshop I've got places where I can bend
Yes.
any sign.
Yeah.
Yes, any sign I wish to bend.
Yeah. So is it very difficult? Do you have to heat the metal to burn it?
Yeah, it depends with the thickness, the mils of metals that I'll be using.
Mm-hmm.
Like this one is not so difficult to work with
Mm-hmm.
because of it's not so it's not so thick. This is just a 6mm piece of solid rod.
Yeah.
But with this one now, I'll
Oh,
need
yes.
now to start heating it up.
Yeah.
That's the firing, if you remember, in the process of ceramics.
Yeah. Yeah.
It still applies to there.
Oh yes. Okay.
Yes, that's the firing. We need to fire it so that we bend it to the way that we want to curve it.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Sure. And how long does it take to make such a stand? But you're now an expert already, so it goes fast.
With this one, if I'm in the rightful mood, I only takes about 2 hours.
2 hours to create
I'll be
such
done.
a
Yes.
stand.
A
And
pair.
one can paint this.
Yeah, that's by
Yeah.
personal choice. Some people prefer them natural,
Yes.
especially like if you've got natural steel rods.
Mhm.
They don't want them painted because they're looking like more artificial.
Yes.
So instead, they just vanish.
Oh, yes.
Yes, then
Yeah.
they keep them like that.
And for our coastal viewers, I probably need to put something on to prevent it from rusting.
And the erosion.
Yeah, and erosion, yeah.
Yeah, that would be for those who wishes to paint.
Mm.
Yeah, but I've seen a lot of people, they want ethic things,
Okay.
antique things. Yes.
Wonderful. Sure. This is so interesting.
Really. But still, you can learn.
Yes, I'm sure. This is so interesting, Stuart. I think I need to invest in some metal,
Thank you.
a welding machine to make my own flower stand. Thanks so much, Stuart, for coming in today to open this discipline to us. Art and design is such a creative subject. I really wish more learners would learn these skills.
It was a pleasure, and I sincerely hope that all art and design learners have learned a lot today. Goodbye until next time.
Goodbye, everybody, and
Goodbye.
happy sculpting.
Yes.